I always like the look of the diamond sparkles on the water when you get this particular effect. I'm just relaxing today. I wanted to show you. Let's zoom in for a minute and see. I know it's a little bright, but I like the diamond flashes. Bird going overhead there, flapping somewhere. Seen a lot of Canada geese fly by today, making a huge racket as they go. But right now it's pretty relaxing. We've got the crickets and things like that. The cricket didn't like seeing me come over here. Good afternoon, everybody. Michael Soothing here. I'm just still relaxing and enjoying a little vacation. And I don't have my stuff here up in my Oregon getaway. Haven't moved things yet, but have brought a few things up here to store. And I was going through it and found something interesting. Namely, this package of fireworks, which has been, I guess, in my stuff for quite a few years, because we bought these in the state of Washington on a trip up there. It's very hard to buy fireworks in California because it's, dry and drought, desert, and so most places you can't set them off, even on 4th of July. So I thought it'd be kind of interesting to go through these and see what we've got here. And I haven't looked in this thing for years. I think I got 2 of these, and we set one off. We used up one bag of them when we were on a trip up and down the coast. So daughter out on the beach, I had fun with these around the 4th of July. Let's see what we've got in here. This reminds me of when I was a kid. I loved fireworks, but couldn't really afford to buy any, so when I found this fireworks stand run by one of the Tlingit tribes or something up in Washington State, one of the Indian tribes, I said, man, I gotta get me a package of those, because when I was a kid, about all I could afford was, a little box of sparklers, So what do we got here? This one is, I don't know if they all say, it says 4 performances fireworks. It says that it will spin on the ground. I don't know what that, oh, it's got a, I don't know if you're supposed to open this or not. I guess so. I guess you light it on the outside, because there's a little fuse poking out right there, see? You light that little fuse and then it does something. I saw a whole bunch of tubes in there. I'll have to figure that out later. And here, of course, we have the little popper. But of course, these are easy to get anywhere. It says it's a big bomb. So, I guess it makes a loud bang. I don't think it would be very good ASMR to watch while we set these off. And maybe, Don't you love the faces and things they put on these? This one is called Mad Dog Fire Crackle. I'll show you the Mad Dog, see? Have you ever known people that were a mad dog? I used to have a boss, and his nickname was Mad Dog. I won't say his last name. Maybe I can, since he moved away. Mad Dog Murdoch was what we called him. And he lives in Florida now, so I don't think he can do anything bad to me, because Florida's far away. But anyway, what does this one do? Carefully read the instructions. Flammable. 3 pieces it contains, it says. And I don't know what it does. Maybe I should open it and see if we can figure it out. I'm not going to be able to set this off until 4th of July or something like that. Let's see what's in here. Oh, you stick these in the ground or something, and they've got little mad dog faces on them, see? And you light one end, and I think maybe you put this on a pinwheel or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out. I loved fireworks so much when I was a kid that since I couldn't afford to buy them, what I did was I would hook, that's another word for steel, I would hook the boxes of matches in the kitchen from my mom, cut all the match heads off, and me and my uncle, who was only a couple of years older than me, so we were like best pals, you know, we would make homemade fireworks out of those. We would make a tinfoil tube and wrap the match heads in the tube really, really good with several layers. Reinforce that with string winding. Leave one end open with a fuse and set that off. Sometimes you'd get a rocket effect. We could put it on a stick and it would shoot way up in the air. And other times the whole thing would just blow up. And we're lucky we didn't put out our eye or anything, you know. Let's see what we got here. Something clay smoke balls. These are kind of fun. You just light them and they make different colored smoke, I think. You see there's different colors in here. Smoke balls. So if you want to smoke out your neighbor, you know. Boy, I would have had a field day with this stuff when I was, 12 or 13 years old. Now here's one called a gator. Emits showers of sparks. I think you just set this one down and you light the top and it does a big fountain thing. Might make a sound too, I don't know. It's kind of soothing. Okay, these are all, of course, made in Hunan, China. So I think the Chinese might have been making fireworks before any of the rest of us. I'm not sure. Yeah, here's one of these pinwheel things. So you put this on a post with a little nail or pin sticking out. And then you light this thing at one end. At this end, there's the fuse. And it starts it spinning, and then it shoots out stuff. And then it goes across by itself to get the other side going, like a fast fuse. And the whole thing will just spin like crazy. It looks like a lot of fun. I do this with some kids, Golden flowers. I'm tempted to make a bad joke, but since this is a G-rated, not PG-rated ASMR, I won't talk about golden what is that? Golden flowers, okay? What does this do? It emits showers of sparks, it says. But Look at that little scary guy at the top there. You know, it reminds me of the little skulls in the video game Doom. Do you remember that game? I got hooked on it because I'm kind of obsessive back when I was doing video games. And, okay, here we have number 10 color bamboo stick sparklers. That was about all I could afford when I was a kid, is to get a box of these. Of course, they're fun. You wave them in the air and do things like that. Run after people with them and stuff, you know. But as I recall, it was about 10 cents to buy a box of one of these at the time. So that I was able to afford. Did you grow up poor or rich? I don't know what's better. If you grow up poor, then you appreciate everything a lot more, it seems to me. Here's another one of these flying pinwheel things that you stick on a post with a little nail in here. And this one has, you know, 4 little rocket tubes to make it fly around. So it even has the pin included back here, you know, that you can use to nail it onto the little post, whatever you have, that you can put it on so that you can, and if you don't have a post, like I could nail it onto one of my deck supports and maybe, you know, burn down the house while I'm having fun with my fireworks. Right? So, which reminds me, maybe I should keep a fire extinguisher handy. I think that would be a good safety tip if you're ever going to do, well, this one's not even in a package. It's like a great big super sparkler just in there by itself. It just kind of slid into the plastic package here. I like the sound of this packaging, by the way, don't you? It's not a strong, noisy crinkle. It's sort of a soft crinkle. So it's, you know, pretty relaxing and soothing to look at. What do we got here? This thing is a blue lightning with loud report, it says. And it's got a grizzly bear on it. See, you get graphics with these fireworks, which is kind of fun, isn't it? So I guess you light one end, and it probably has like a really bright blue flare or something, and then explodes at the end. I think this will be a fun one to set off. We'll do this at the beach. I'll just take a homemade post along for the pinwheels, which we have another one here called the Wheel of Luck. See there, the Wheel of Luck. You know, in China they're really big on being lucky and all that. I'm not sure what good it does you to believe in luck, but I'm glad that I have bad luck, because if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Okay, so I've had a couple problems with investments and a few other things in my life, but overall I've been blessed, so I'm not complaining. Done really well with poker, but poker's not a game of luck, even though a lot of you think it is. Ooh, I like this one. I've got to show you this, because this is a 3D firework. It's called the Killer Bee. See there? And it's got these little bees on the outside. So I think this, you light it from the top there. Where's the fuse? There it is. And then the whole thing, and must do stuff out the sides, you know. I'll bet it's a lot of fun, it says. Emits showers of sparks. Only use under adult supervision. That counts me out. I'm going to have to find an adult somewhere around when I'm ready to play with these, don't you think? Yeah. Made in China. Class C fireworks. I wonder what Class A and Class B would be. I think maybe those would be the big ones that they set off at the firework shows and stuff like that. Grizzly Snap. Snap, bang, pop, it says. Now we have another one of these scary graphics, see? This scary little guy there. Something from one of your nightmares, you know? To add a little extra, it says it contains 50 pieces. Really? Let's see what these pieces are. Do you set them all off separately? Oh yeah. Wow. They're all little separate fireworks in here. I wonder what would happen if you know what I think I'll do with this? I think I'll run some super fuse into it and set the whole thing off at once. I'll coil some fuse around in there so that it'll light up. See all those little individual fuses? We'll set it up so that that's probably the way you're supposed to do this, is like let the whole thing go off at once. They don't really give you instructions. Trick noisemakers. Squeeze it, throw it, pop it, step on it. Okay. All right. We'll try doing something with that. I don't know if I want to wait all the way till 4th of July now to do these. Maybe I should do them on New Year's Eve or something. That's not so far away. Yep. This one is called Glory Colorful Sparklers. So maybe it makes different colors there, I don't know. They all say caution flammable on them. And since you have to use flame to light them, I think that makes sense. Well, this is interesting, but I don't know what it is. Sparkler maybe, but it's got some little reflective foil on it. Little fuse at one end. Something fun to do. What else we got here? We got some small bees, it says here. Got a couple boxes of these. One box is a little mangled, see? It's all kind of mangled up. So I'm going to show you the other box. I don't know if I'll ever get all this stuff back into the package, but small bees. I wonder if they make a little buzzing sound when they emit sparks and things. 12 pieces. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah. It's got a little bee, a little fuse there that you light, and it says the usual warnings, and follow the instructions on the package. I haven't found a package yet that had any instructions. Let's see if this one has. Do not hold in hand. Light the fuse and get away, it says. So this one does have an instruction. Light the fuse and get away. That's good advice when you piss people off, too, by the way. Light their fuse and get away, quick, okay? A couple of the little bees fell out of the other mangled package. I don't know what was in this plastic. Hopefully whatever it is isn't lighting itself someplace. All right, let's see what else we have. We have here a sunflower, extra large sunflower. And I don't know what this does, but I'm sure whatever it does, it's bright and orange. Let's see. Place on a hard open surface. Do not hold in your hand. That's probably good for every firework, but sparklers. Don't hold them in your hand, right? Light the fuse and get away. All right. Got some more bees. Little bees here. But we showed you those already. And there's that crazy little flaming skull guy. Like on the video game Doom. Oh, this one says Happy New Year. So you see, I can use these before 4th of July. It says shoots flaming balls. Wow. That might be interesting to see this thing shoot out flaming balls. And I'm going to avoid any bad jokes. Can anyone read Chinese? I bet that's a joke in Chinese about flaming balls right there. I don't know, but what does this say? This one says, never have any part of your body, including, you wouldn't want to have flaming, never have any part of your body over this device when lighting the fuse. Otherwise, you will have Happy New Year. So, don't relight a fuse which fails to ignite the device. How many people make that mistake? They go back to the firework after it didn't go off. And just as they're going to put their hand up, never fails, somebody will text me right when I'm doing my ASMR. Pardon me for a moment while I check this. Yeah, this, that, and the other thing. I'm going to put it on silent, okay? Check that later. Do you know, when I'm not at work and I'm on vacation, the people there don't like to leave me alone sometimes. They will send me texts and ask me questions, even though my away messages on my email and my phone mail say, I am away in Oregon. I am off the grid. I am not going to respond to you. So please contact A, B, C, or D with all your issues, right? They pay no attention. They still try to bother me anyway. Here we have another one of these with the foil, I'm so curious. It's like, I want to go light all these things now, but it's not the right time to do it. What else we got here? Here's a giant Chuckles fountain. What do you think is a Chuckles fountain? I don't know, but it's a big one, whatever it is. It says it emits showers of red and green stars with a whistle, followed by red, green, and blue stars with a whistle, and it finishes, this is a patriotic firework. It finishes with red, white, and blue stars with not only a whistle, but crackles. Maybe the crackles are ASMR-ish at the end. What do you think? Great Grizzly. See, he has claws if you look carefully right there. So, like some people I know, and See, this one's musical. It's got all the little musical notes and stars and things on it. So it's a nice big one. That should be interesting. What else we got here? We've got one called a Twitter glitter. Twitter glitter, as you can see there. And just in case we're confused, it tells us fuse at the top. Interesting, the other fireworks don't say fuse at the top, just this one. Unless I missed it, which I very well might have. This one looks like it has sort of a Christmas light theme. See all those little colored lights, but you know, in China and some parts of Asia, they like to have those little Christmas light strands all year long in some places, or for other holidays. So this one emits a shower of red and green stars, and then it shoots red and green stars with reports. I guess that means bangs, right? I hope I don't have any lit cigarettes or anything around here. I don't smoke. I would never do such a thing. I'd like to live more than another year if possible. Here we have a parachute firework. A double parachute firework, it says. So I don't know what that means. Maybe it shoots something up in the air and then it floats down. Do you think that's what it does? I hope so. It sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I'm getting firework dust all over my hands. And no offense to the people in China, but I wonder what kind of toxic heavy metal, radiation I'm getting from this stuff. Since that's a big scandal over there. It's another one of the parachute ones, right? I think it's just about exhausted. It's not that big of a bag, but we got quite a bit out of it, didn't we? So, there's a couple more poppers in the bottom. See, that's about all that's left. This has a zipper down the side. This will make it easier for me to get everything put back again, right? Which I'm not going to show you me trying to put everything back, because I'm sure it's going to make me look like a total klutz trying to stuff 10 pounds of fireworks into a 5-pound bag. And, but meanwhile, I rather enjoyed checking all this out. I get sort of a childlike excitement from thinking about setting all these things off in the future. But don't tell anyone in California, because, we can't do the fireworks down there, right? So I think that's going to be it for today. Have to go do my exercise walk. There's about 20 nature trails close by here that I can choose from. And there's one around a lake, Lake Maria, that I think I'm going to go on that one today. It's a beautiful little lake, and I think that's a nice name too. So I told you in another video, my daughter sings Ave Maria in other languages. Wait, it's written in other languages. So that makes sense, doesn't it? Italian, right? Puccini, and there's several versions. this was a relaxing perusal through our little firework bag that we're going to enjoy in the future sometime. New Year's Eve, if it's not raining outside, or 4th of July, or, some other time, or just for fun. There are some long beaches around here with nobody on them. If one of my kids comes up to visit or something, we may just go out and shoot fireworks for fun, and then buy more. I just saw a big egret fly by out there. There's a blue heron around here that I see all the time. Maybe I'll video him for you and add him to one of the Oregon getaway videos. Well, I'm rambling now, so I'm gonna go.